So now we're going to figure out how to add questions to our question banks. First is to go to the red button that says Add Questions, and then click on Add New. That'll bring up a new screen that will give you the different types of questions that are available. Obviously, multiple choice, true, false, matching. Free text is for very short answers or 1 or 2 word answers. Grammar I haven't used, feel free to go edit, English teachers. And then essay is for anything longer than a couple of words long. So we'll start with looking at the multiple choice and the different options that we have when you're in multiple choice. So start out by asking your question. And then when you scroll down, you've got places to put your answers. The default is to have 4 different choices, but you are welcome to have as many as you want. Just keep adding them. So go through and enter your different your answers. Once you pick them, then you can choose whichever one is the correct one. If you want them to have more than one option, which, by the way, the right answer is mastering Kung Fu. If you would like them to be able to do check boxes rather than just one of them, that will be down here at the bottom. So you can either do the radio buttons, which is the only one answer is correct, or the check boxes where multiple answers can be correct. In that category, if you also wanted to say that more than one of them are right, then you can change the point value here. So if you wanted to say that all 3 are right, you wanted them to guess all 3, you could change the point value. Remember that you need to now put it into whatever category, to whatever test bank you want to add it to. I'm going to leave it in generic for now. But as you do, remember to be sure to put whichever one you're wanting to store it in. Once you've done that, if you would like to see what it's going to look like, there's the preview button down at the bottom, and it'll show you what the question would look like when you get them. Right now, it's got that we are not randomizing the answers, but we can also do that. So if we come back, this is the one here, randomize answers, meaning that it will shift these around into different orders when you give them to different students. So if we want students to have different multiple choice answers, you can just click yes there. Again, we'll go to preview, and it tells us what we're looking at this point. Once you like it, you can either save it from the last screen or you can save it from this screen, and it'll put it into that bank. Whatever you picked on the last screen will be what is set on this one. So the fact that we picked that we wanted it to randomize, it will stay that way until you change it. It'll do the same with points. Whatever the point value is on the last question you entered is the point value that it'll have for your next question. True falses are fairly common sense. Write it in, tell if it's true or not. One of the features that's available on all of the questions is this down here with the add question feedback. So if you want to, after they've taken their test, you want to give them feedback, you can put stuff in here. If you want to go, wow, good job, or some of the commonly missed answers, or why they are likely to have missed it here. These are different ways you can give immediate feedback that are built into the program. After that, we've got matching, which is got several different options available to it. First, if you want it to be fairly simple, like something like matching vocabulary, you can type things here with the answer over there. If you wanted to put pictures instead of words for the right column, then you would click up here with multimedia, and then it would give you the option to insert pictures. The one caveat to this is that on the free version, you can't upload directly, but you can get pictures from the web. So either you can find them already on the web, or you can upload them to a site. If you don't know how to do that, let me know, and I can help you figure out how to upload them onto a site so that you can use those and import them into your document. One of the other options is that you can either say that they get to have either all or none of the points based on if they got them all right or none of them right, or if they missed any, that it would count it as not a point, or you can give them points based per match that they make. One of the other nice things is that you can decide if you want something to have the same answer. So if I wanted answer B to be the same as something else, I could come up here and tell it that it should have the same answer as match A. So you can reuse an answer more than one time. And again, once you get through with that, you come down to the bottom to check the different pieces. It still is going to be in the same place. This is going to tell us that we want to calculate it. We can shuffle just the matches, just the clues, or both of them, and it will allow you to do that. And that way, students won't have the same order to their questions. The next one is free text. Free text is ones where you might have a short answer. Perhaps they need to answer a specific year or a specific number or a one-word answer. That's the type of question here. And so you'd enter your question under question, and then you put your answer there. If you think that there are either common misspellings or there's more than one year you would accept, then that's where these come into play. So you can give other possible acceptable answers. On these, the nice part is that it will obviously grade it for you. You can, when you're reviewing tests, override it. If they count something wrong and you see that it's right, you can change it and credit the child the point back. And then, as I said, I don't know much about the grammar tab. The essay ones are not ones that this program can auto score because they are essays, and so they will be longer responses that you would have to look at when you're grading them. And so once you've graded them, you can decide how many points each one is worth. So if you make it an 8-point question, when you're grading it, you can decide how many of the points available the child should earn. And so each one of those will keep going as you add them to your bank. It'll start building them up. And then when you're ready, you can actually create a test. If you're already creating in test mode, it will still save them into different banks. So the next section will look at the actual test.